Hey guys, welcome back to another video. For today's video, I have another perfume haul. This one I'm very excited about because this haul is going to be a little bit different. I usually do not have like the patience to leave a perfume without opening it and smelling it for the first time with you guys. I always just rip it open and spray it on myself and I just cannot wait. I wanted to do like a blind buy first impressions. I haven't done one of those in a pretty long time. Those were some of my favorite videos to watch before I started making my own videos. I used to just love seeing people receive their perfumes and smell it for the first time. So today we're going to be doing that, and I have some very exciting scents that I hope they work out, because these could either go great or they could be total fails. So really quickly, before I start today's video, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. I love talking about all things girly, talking about fragrances, beauty, doing my makeup with you guys. It's just a fun channel to get away from pretty much the world and just having fun and talk about all things girly. So go ahead and subscribe, and if you would like to see what I picked up to add to my perfume collection, just keep on watching. Let's get right into it. I do have very exciting fragrances to share with you guys. So I am going to start off with the first product, which is not a fragrance. This is actually a body cream, and this is a special edition body cream. This is from Sol de Janeiro, and this is the Cheirosa 71 body cream. So here is the packaging. This was not available at Sephora. I purchased mine from their website, from the Sol de Janeiro website, and I will say this was pricey. This was so pricey. Honestly, I don't even know if I would tell you guys that it's worth it. I mean, the smell was amazing. I used it in a combo the other night. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it, but the price is a little, But anyway, so this is the Cheirosa 71 body cream, which I really love. The body mist, it smells like cookies, gourmand, like a dessert, macadamia, just all of the fall things, all of the fall feels in a body mist. So when I saw that they were going to come out with a body cream, I knew that I had to have it. Even if it wasn't like the best body cream, I just wanted to pair it with the body mist so that it could be even stronger. So this is supposed to hydrate, and it has a soft golden shimmer. That was another thing that I was a little bit nervous about, was the shimmer. I'm not a shimmer girl. I do not like to have huge chunks of shimmer on my body. I love shimmer on my eyes. That's pretty much about it. Or like on my nails, things like that. But when it comes to like here, this area, or my arms and legs, I hate like the Victoria's Secret shimmer lotions. Those are just too much for me. And also the Bath and Body Works ones, it's just too much for me. This one, first off, I really like the packaging for this. It just fall vibes, fall vibes, fall vibes. You know what I mean? Fall vibes. I thrive during fall. So here is the packaging close up, and it does smell so good. It definitely smells creamier for sure than the body mist, and I do get the saltiness, but I think it's a little toned down. I do have glitter on my skin from my makeup, so I don't want that to look like if it's from the body cream. I did notice the texture is, I think, kind of like in between the original one. It's not as thick as my favorite one, which is the purple, like a purplish bluish color. That's the best one that they have came out with, which really hydrates the skin. I wore this the other night to bed. I didn't have the same effects as with that one, but it did feel really hydrating and moisturizing. It definitely feels more hydrating than the original body cream. It just makes the skin look so glowy. So to go out, if you're wearing like an outfit that you're showing your legs, or you want to put it on your arms, or maybe even, let's try it on the chest real quick. I did put it on the other night, and then when I went to put it back in my beauty room, I did notice shimmer like all over my arms, and my husband did notice it too. So I'm still kind of like on the fence about that, but I feel like from far away, it just makes the skin look really nice and like glowy. So for me, it is a little pricey, but I mean, you do get a lot of product in here, and you don't need too much either, because it just really leaves the skin really soft. I'm actually really happy with this one. I don't really have anything bad to say, except that I probably would have been happier with it without shimmer. But then again, I do like the way that it makes the skin look. So really nice. And I have been using this for bedtime for layering combos. So I am going to be sharing a layering video soon because I haven't done one in a long time and I have been getting a few requests to do that. But if you don't want to wait on that video, go over to my Instagram or my TikTok, probably in shorts too, because I share my stuff everywhere. But I'm gonna leave the handles on the screen. I have been sharing layering combos on there that I will be featuring and talking about more in a longer video. So there goes the body cream. I love it. I love the scent. You do get like that macadamia for sure. You get a little bit of the saltiness and the caramel, and it starts off super duper creamy, and then once it's like dried on the skin, it starts smelling a little bit more like just like the body mist. So I'm loving it. I don't really have any complaints except for the shimmer, which is not really a deal breaker right now. I would have to go out during the day and see how it looks outside and like sunlight. Let's move on to the fragrances. All right, guys, so before I get started with the fragrances that I picked up, I'm going to share some new Juliana's perfume fragrances that I have added to my collection. This video is sponsored by Juliana's Perfume. I have been receiving amazing feedback from you guys. I have been getting a bunch of comments asking me to continue to share the fragrances that I add to my collection from Juliana's Perfume. So since today's video is a haul, I'm not going to give you a super in-depth review of them. I'm just going to kind of give you the notes, let you know how I'm feeling about them, what they are inspired by, and if you are new to Juliana's Perfume, you have to check them out. If you love niche fragrances or you've been wanting to get into the niche fragrance world, but we all know it can get very, very expensive. So Juliana's Perfume creates fragrances that are inspired by these niche fragrances for so much less, so affordable, and the quality is amazing. So you're getting just as good of a fragrance for very, very affordable prices. So I'm going to be leaving all of the information in the description box. I'm also going to be leaving each fragrance that I talked about in the description box if you're interested in them. And I'm just going to quickly get into the ones that I have today. So today I have Aurora in Sicily. So here is the bottle for this fragrance. So Aurora in Sicily is inspired by Baccarat Rouge 540, but it is enhanced with notes of Sicilian mandarin, hibiscus, ginger, and white rum. I think out of all of the ones that I'm going to talk about today, I liked all of them. I don't think there are any that are not for me, but I definitely need to test them further. And I mean, I always show this to you guys, but their atomizer is really, really nice. This smells so good. I really like how they've been putting like their spin on fragrances, because sometimes it's exactly what I've been looking for in those scents that I've tried. Like this has that Baccarat Rouge DNA. Sometimes Baccarat Rouge to me kind of smelled like sterile, like just clean. It's missing a little personality, and it's a nice scent. Sometimes I'm in the mood for it, sometimes I'm not, but this one has more going on in it and it just makes it very addictive. This is one that I can pick up any day, put it on, and I'm not gonna get a headache. I'm not going to feel like I'm doing too much. It's just perfect. It's perfect for every day. I'm getting very little bits of each thing, so I do pick up a little bit of a ginger, but it's not in your face ginger. On the oak moss, which is so good. I've been loving oak moss a lot in fragrances lately, and it smells to me girly, feminine, and very, very pretty. This one is so pretty. This one you can literally wear for bed, to go out, to go on a date, to run errands. It's a fragrance that you're just going to smell so good. I love it. So you're going to hear more about this one when I add it to trays, because I'm definitely going to be adding it to a tray in the future. Next up, we have the Village of Exotic Mangoes. So here is the packaging for this one. Super cute. Looks really refreshing and juicy. Very, very juicy and fruity, pretty much. So this fragrance is inspired by, let me look that up because I'm so going to mess that up.
Greenwich. Two correct ways.
Greenwich. No se rían. Actually, I have moved around so much in my life. Being a little girl in Chicago, going to Florida, going to Puerto Rico for 3 years. My language is horrible. Sometimes I mispronounce things that I've known how to pronounce. So yeah, these perfumes are always a struggle for me. So this is inspired by Greenwich Village, and I believe it's from Bond number 9. So it's inspired by that fragrance, but it has added notes of mango, blackberry, raspberry, and guava. You got me. I do sometimes struggle with jasmine and I do sometimes struggle with lychee, even though I've really been loving lychee a lot in fragrances lately and it's not bothering me anymore. So this is going to be one that I'm going to let it sit. That's going to be my plan with this one, because this right here, this is good. This is so, so good. And I hope by the time spring and summer comes around that it stays just like this, but maybe just a little thicker, like how usually fragrances tend to get as they sit. This literally smells like mango juice with a lot of ice with other, it's like a fruit smoothie, but like the main star of that smoothie, or like the main thing that you're getting is mango, but it is blended with like the juiciest, yummiest fruits. And then that kind of like icy feeling to it, it just makes it very refreshing and cooling. So this is perfect for summer, like spring and summer. Aurora and Sicily, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. This right here is close to a 10 out of 10 for me. I don't want to say it's a 10 out of 10 because I've been on the search for a mango fragrance and something always ends up happening. But the good thing about this one is that there is no patchouli in here to mess it up for me. There's no amber, which is another note that messes fragrances up for me. This is going to turn into such a beautiful scent because the base is praline, vanilla, ambroxan, musk, and oak moss, which are all notes that I absolutely love in the base of a fragrance. And with time, they make it richer, they make it denser. So I think that might be like my favorite one. So now we have another Village fragrance, but this one is the Village of Rich Delicacies. And this one's also inspired by Greenwich Village, but this one is enhanced with notes of vanilla, white chocolate, milk chocolate truffles, lemon, orange, sweet almond, and a pinch of grapefruit. That's so good too. That's really good. This is such a good one. Okay, when you first spray it, the chocolate is not the first thing that, at least I don't smell it right away. I get more of like the lemon, the grapefruit, like more of those like sparkly, fruity notes. And then as it starts to dry down, that chocolate, it kind of reminds me of the chocolate that's in one of my favorites from Juliana's perfume, which is Call Me By Your Name. But this one doesn't have like the woodiness that one has, the deepness. This one's a little more girly and flirty, and you can pretty much kind of wear this all year round. It's fruity, it's sweet, it's girly, and then you have like those smooth chocolate and kind of gourmand notes. I think this is perfect for fall time as well. Like during the day, this is really nice if you want to smell sweet, if you're not really into like the cinnamon, apple, spicy fall scents, but you want something that's adding a little bit of a gourmand touch to it. The Village of Rich Delicacies is really good. They did so amazing with these. So this one I said was like a 9 out of 10. This one I'll do like 8.5 out of 10. Very nice, but I'm really liking the mango one. Last but not least, we have Ethereal Bloom. So here is the packaging for this one, and this is actually an original creation by Juliana's perfume. The jasmine is at the top, and surprisingly, it's a pretty jasmine. Usually jasmine to me comes off so sharp and soapy and weird and animalic. There's just so many different ways that jasmine doesn't work for me, but here, jasmine being at the top with that peach and the bergamot, you can really feel like the juiciness and the sweetness, and then the jasmine is adding like this very feminine touch. This one to me feels a little more classy, a little more put together, date night appropriate if you want to be like a little flirty, cute, playful. Perfect for like a first date. I really like this one. So these 4 for me are so good. I'm gonna be using these. You're gonna see these on my channel. You guys know I don't just show you guys things and then just never talk about them again. I will put these on trays and we're gonna get into it. We're going to get deep into them, and I'm going to share whether they got better, whether the longevity got better, if they got thicker. So stick around for those updates, and thank you so much once again, Juliana's Perfume, for sponsoring today's video. Check them out in the description box below, and with that said, let's get into these scents that I picked up. The first one, this fragrance has been so hyped, so hyped, that I had been dying to get my hands on it. This fragrance was literally sold out everywhere when it was released. It was released while I was in Puerto Rico, and Sephora, after a while, they stopped shipping fragrances over there, so there was no way that I could get my hands on it because they were not at the stores. Huda Beauty, I think, also didn't I don't remember if Huda Beauty shipped to Puerto Rico, but I just couldn't get my hands on it. So we have the Kayali fragrance that everyone pretty much lost their for, and I want to see if it's worth the hype. Here we go. This is sealed. Here is the packaging. And this is the Wedding Silk Santal 36. You guys know how it goes with Kayali fragrances for me. They could either be like amazing. Like last night I wore my vanilla 28 and I was obsessed all over again. And then there are some that just don't work for me, and that's totally fine. It doesn't take away from the fragrances. It doesn't mean that they're not good perfumes. It just did not work for me. So let's see what we think about this. First of all, the bottle. Gorgeous. This bottle is so pretty. Ooh, that juice has a little bit of color to it as well. So on the bottle, it says that there is sparkling champagne, white freesia, pink praline, lush nectarine, sandalwood, and sugared musk. Now I am going to go to Fragrantica because I do want to see what other notes are listed. So the main accords for this fragrance are sweet vanilla, powdery woody, white floral, fruity, musky, amber, champagne, and floral. And the notes, top notes, we have champagne, freesia, black currant. Middle notes, we have nectarine, praline, jasmine, orange blossom, may rose. And the base notes are vanilla, sugar, sandalwood, musk, amberwood, and oak moss. So this should be really, really good. There shouldn't be a reason why I don't like this. And people are comparing this. There's no way. This fragrance is being compared to Ariana Grande Mod Vanilla, and there's a pretty good amount of people saying that they are reminded of that one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to spray a tester strip, and then if I feel like it's something that I could handle on my skin, I'll put it on my skin. I'm just not trying to give myself a headache. Oh, that does not smell okay. Let me not say that right away. I smell it. I smell it. When it first opened up, I got like this peachy juiciness, but I see where the kind of like mod vanilla kind of similarities coming in. This is beautiful though. Oh my god, I get the hype. I get the hype. The first thing that came to my mind was kind of like delicate and classy and beautiful. For some reason, I think of the white deja vu, which I am seeing it. I think that's what's listed here. No, they're comparing it to vanilla 28. But I don't get vanilla 28 with this. I get more of like the deja vu white flower, but not so in your face and not so concentrated and strong. The mod vanilla kind of is mixed with that, but since there's no plum note, it's not bothering me at all. It's really, really nice. A little powdery. There's vanilla, there's fruits that I pick up, and really sweet and pretty. And I definitely do also pick up on the nectarine, which I really like. The opening is so good. That champagne, I am not a champagne girl, but that opening is so pretty. The champagne is kind of sparkly. Ooh, yes. That first blast, I love it. It goes away really quickly, and the middle notes start coming through pretty quick. This is beautiful. This is delicate. This is pretty for like dates, maybe for the holidays. It's not doing too much, and it's like the perfect amount of just sweet, powdery, vanilla, yummy, fruity. It's really nice. First impression, I'm so happy that I got it. This was not a fail at all, and I do give it about a 9 out of 10. And I'm going to see how it works out for me, but I am so excited that I added this to my collection. And I will say, Kayali broke the internet with this. I tried to go on Sephora in the morning to get this. The app was not working. And I was not about to sit there and like have anxiety. And I just went to Huda's website and I ordered it there, checked out, boom, it was at my house like 3-4 days later. This is one that I'm going to add most likely to my Kayali loves. So I absolutely love Eden, vanilla, and now this one is probably going to stay in my collection because it is beautiful, beautiful. Now I have 2 more fragrances that I am nervous about. I'm excited and I'm nervous. So I picked up both of the Glossier fragrances. You guys were asking me if I was going to be reviewing these. You guys know I was going to pick these up. I had to share these with you guys. So I'm going to start off with Glossier U Rev. So these come in this packaging. Kind of cool because it's less waste. Here is the bottle for this one. All right, so let's get into the main accords. The main accords are fruity, woody, powdery, iris, almond, sweet, musky, floral, amber, and nutty. This cannot let me down. That sounds so good. So the top note is butter cream. That alone is what made me want to get this because it sounded amazing. Iris. Now we do have plum, which plum does not work for me most of the time, so we shall see. But then we have almond, sandalwood, ambrette, which is a favorite note of mine too, and ambroxan. This has to smell good, I hope. I'm gonna put it on my skin. Full. I don't like this. I'll give it, I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna try it again in a couple days. I'm not gonna judge it. This is a first impression video. Remember that. I can do a separate video kind of like doing an update and only featuring these two and letting you guys know like my final thoughts after like a week or 2 weeks. I don't think this is gonna work for me though. I can't even explain to you guys what I'm picking up in here. I pick up something like sour, maybe plums that are about to go bad on top of a piece of like a wood, because I do get like the sandalwood. It smells like mushy to me, like the notes don't really kind of like go well together for me. Definitely woody. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I was reading comments. I didn't watch any reviews, but I always do check out the fragrances on Fragrantica. I'm starting to get a little bit of the almond. There is a note in here that I just don't. It's like if the buttercream is a little sour or something. Something is sour in here and I'm not really liking it. And I read a review. There we go. There's other people saying the same thing. Someone said that the sandalwood was not playing well with their skin chemistry, that they didn't get the buttercream, which I feel like I don't either. And if I do, it's mixing with the plum. So it's like a creamy plum, but a little sour at the same time. Someone else said that it smelled like a musty plum. I agree. So for right now, I would say that I'm going to give this like a 5 out of 10. It's very close to the skin too. Like I have to really dig my nose. I'm not crazy about it. So I will try it a few more times. And if it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to return it. I'm going to put it up on my Mercari and let one of you guys try it out. So that's the first one. And then let me wrap this up. Hopefully this one's better. Here we have, I think this is supposed to be, I gotta search this up again.
New word that you might find challenging or intriguing. So without further ado, do, which means sweet.
Oh my god, look at that. We're getting classes here. I had no idea. So do, which is Glossier you do, stands for sweet in French, according to this video here. So sounds good. Sweet sounds good. I love this bottle, you guys. This one's so pretty. If anything, this one should have been like the buttercream one and they should have focused on like a buttercream, musky or creamy. Oh, I just thought about that. But here is the packaging for this one for Do. The main accords are amber, woody, aromatic, musky, citrus, warm, spicy, and fresh spice. The top note is violet. Not my favorite. Actually, the notes in this one, I just bought it so that I can share it with you guys and share my thoughts, but the notes in here are just not what I go for. Middle notes are Palo Santo, frankincense, and myrrh. Those are scents that I usually use more in like oil diffusers for my home, but I've never really gravitated towards that for my fragrances. And the base notes are ambroxan and ambrette. Here they're comparing it to Santal 33, which automatically made me kind of like, I don't like that fragrance. But then I also read comments on this one. There was someone that said, unfortunately, I get absolutely nothing from this. It gives really, really watered down Le Labo Santal 33, and that it smells kind of soapy, like Dove soap. That person wasn't too happy with it. Someone said it smells like pickle juice. And then someone else said, I was a bit worried about the Palo Santo note in this, as incense notes usually give me a headache. I think with the spirit of OG you in mind, people complaining about projection and such are at the wrong party. That's true. They're more like second skin type of scents. That makes sense. So it shouldn't be beast mode. That being said, I prefer this one to Rev. They're definitely opposite sides of the coin, but layer well together. I don't understand the Santal 33 comparisons in here because in my opinion, this is definitely not that sharp sandalwood that Santal 33 is. This is very much giving hotel lobby. Warm, cozy, and clean. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that I can totally get with. I want to see on which side of the fence I'm in. No. This is not me. I feel like I'm walking into a Whole Foods. By Whole Foods, I mean kind of like that spicy, kind of herbally scent that's when you walk into Whole Foods, and I do not like that scent. I don't want to smell like this. I'm going to add these to my perfume collection, let them sit maybe for like a week and revisit them. If you want that update, let me know. I know a lot of you guys don't really like first impressions and you prefer reviews where I've already tested it out, wore the fragrance. So let me know if you would like that. I'll definitely do another video on both of them before I decide if I'm gonna let them go or if I'm keeping them. But right off the bat, like being honest with you guys, I'm not impressed. And if I had to pick one from both of them, I would definitely go with Dew, just because I'm just not liking that combination of scents for Rev. This, I guess you can say, was a bit of a blind buy fail, and luckily Kayali saved the day for me in this haul. And the Juliana's perfume fragrances were amazing. My honest 100% opinion right now, I preferred smelling the Juliana's perfume fragrances and the Kayali one over those Glossier ones. Those just, they're not doing it for me, you guys. So unfortunately, I'm giving Rev like a 5, I think I said, and then Dew will get like a, you know what? I'm gonna have to shut up about this one for now. When you go through those kind of like middle notes where it's like the myrrh and the frankincense, those notes can be way too like woody, masculine, aromatic type of thing. But now that dry down is starting to smell like what that person said, like a clean hotel room, some clean sheets, not laundry, but like that clean air, just like the lobby in hotels when you go on vacation. It does have that. Okay, I'm gonna bump this one up to like a 7 right now. This one will probably stay in my collection, and the Rev is probably gonna end up going. So that brings me to the end of today's perfume haul. It was kind of a roller coaster ride, honestly. If you made it to the end with me, I appreciate it. I thank you so much. Since Kayali was such a beautiful just surprise, I loved it. Let's go ahead and let's leave some bride emojis on the comment section. Let me know if you have tried any of these fragrances, how you feel about them, anything that you want to share with me. I love to chat with you guys. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Don't forget to check out Juliana's perfume. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next video.